So I was on Everyday People between like 2000 and like 2008, 2009-ish. I remember I'll go to school and then they'll be calling me Owiyo.
Olumide Oworu is a Nigerian actor who has been in the entertainment industry since he was 6 years old.
I've been missing school since primary school, bro. I'm used to catch-up work. I'm used to studying in the car. I had to earn the right to have that allowance. I had to prove that I could handle it. It was a lot on my shoulders, especially at such a young age, and still be a kid with a functional childhood. In certain periods, it did get really hard, but you obviously you can't come from the camera and show that.
Balancing the wisdom of veterans with the fire of youth, Olumide can be considered a child of prophecy.
I really have acted with everybody, man. Wow! I'm very fortunate to act with, like I said, legendary talents. I'm where I'm at now because of the sacrifices that they made. Any opportunity I get to be able to learn from them firsthand, something that I always jump at.
Olumide portrays on screen not just the growth of his generation, but of Nollywood itself.
For me, when I get to do a project that has a cultural background, because I'm Yoruba, it just reinforces that sense of self. You know, that Omoluabi spirit. A lot of people feel like there is no dignity in labor. You know, they want things quick. On the flip side, there are still people that are doing things on the straight and narrow. We need to start amplifying these stories in real life. Hi, I'm Olumide Oworu, and I'm a Nolly Icon.
Where do we even start? You started doing radio jingles.
First, yeah. Doing jingles, I was modeling for corporate brands, so calendars, billboards, you know, that type of thing. I definitely remember my very first one was a calendar.
Okay.
And yeah, man, you know, it's great run. There's not that many child actors that are actively acting right now. The industry is growing. I mean, back in the day, there weren't even that many roles for young actors, so there weren't that many of us. Very, very small number.
There's something interesting I came across on your Instagram, and I want you to...
I feel like I know where this is going, but let me not preempt. Yeah.
Is it showing?
Right. Okay, yeah. Oh,
please feel free to call me.
Why am I asking
and
you?
Today I am sitting with the beautiful and the talented Yemi Alade. Yemi, how are you?
I am chilling with the one, the only, the beautiful, the sexy, Mahida. Mahida, how are you?
Hi.
Now today on the scene, I had to be in red because I have with me B-Red. B-Red, what's up, man? How you doing?
I have Davido with me in the house today, man. Davido, what's happening?
Yo, that was just some young kids that just had a dream, man. Shout out to my guys, Avante Boys. Everybody that worked on the entirety of that production for the interview series, we all went to King's College Lagos together. So all KC boys, same set. We wanted to even have like a channel on TV. Do a couple interviews, we'll grow that into a channel on TV, an entertainment channel. So yeah, that was the dream for that. But everybody now entered uni. So we got scattered. Some people were different states, some people were outside the country. So yeah, that's why we couldn't really develop that series. It's called The Scene.
Why do that? Why is it important to explore as much as you can?
So I'm definitely a doer. I definitely have a lot of talent. I have a lot of interests. And as much as I kind of like to explore as many of those different aspects to my process as possible. Also, what's important to do is, number one, you really don't know how something's going to go until you start, until you try. And no knowledge is lost, no skill is lost, no experience is a waste. So you learn a lot about yourself. You learn about working in a team. You learn about, you know, deadlines, about having systems in place. You network. So for me, I don't want to be in a box, you know. But like when I leave this good earth, I want to leave empty. Wale Johnson, Everyday People. So I was on Everyday People between like 2000 and like 2008, 2009-ish, thereabout. So for that one, my mom just took me to audition. We didn't really have a conversation about me acting or wanting to act, but I definitely do credit my mom a lot in terms of me just starting out in the entertainment space. She definitely did notice that I had just a natural flair for it, because me, I'm a yapper. Man, I like to yarn. Apparently, I was even talking before I started walking. I like to perform. I like to engage people. I like to just come to the front and just be exchanging or sharing knowledge that I have about random stuff. So I think she just noticed, okay, this boy could do well in this industry. Let's see. And it wasn't a thing of me being pressured. It wasn't, she never said, oh, you have to do this thing, or you're wasting my time, or you're wasting my money trying to, it was just, she encouraged me to have fun with it. And I think I've run with that even up until now. Is everything I do, I have to have fun, or I try to find a way to enjoy it. I do have a very healthy relationship, with my mom. My mom is my guy. Like we yarn about any and everything. Like she's literally like my biggest fan. I really hope that I make her proud on a daily basis, because she deserves so much, because she put so much of herself on hold for me. She gave so much to make sure I'm where I'm at now, and I'm really happy that she's around to see a lot of those sacrifices start to pay off. Being on Everyday People was an amazing experience. I mean, I I had been modeling before then, so being on set wasn't entirely new in terms of cameras and lights. I kind of knew that, but now when you're modeling, yeah, they give you directions, but when you're acting now, there's a script. So you have to read the script, you have to understand your lines, you have to know your cues. And me, I was just having fun. I remember I'll go to school, and then they'll be calling me Owio. And I didn't even understand the magnitude of the show. I didn't know like people were watching Everyday People across the country. Me, as I said, I was just enjoying myself, and I got to learn so much from that set. I got to meet so many legendary, amazing, talented actors. Of blessed memory, Sam Loco. I got to meet him in person because he was on the show as well. So good times, good times, good times. And I can say I'm one of the few actors who worked on tape, because we used to film the cameras massive as man. Shout out to Nollywood. We've come a long way. The camera used to be so massive, and we were running on tape. So after, if you don't get it in the first couple takes, they're already changing it for you, because you're wasting tape. I remember one time the director shouted at me one time because I was wasting. Well, I wasn't wasting tape, but I was a kid, so obviously it took a bit to adjust. Like, you know how kids are now. If it doesn't feel like a game, or if it doesn't feel engaging, it's easy to switch off and not be as locked in. So I think my mind was wandering or something. Again, it probably was one of those days where people were under pressure. It's like, you're wasting tape, and I just started crying. No, I went upstairs. I said, I'm not shooting again. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. My mom fully had to come and spend the night, because I was like, mommy, like, I fully locked myself.
Shot overnight? You were
No. So she had to come and stay on set with me. So even after we finished for the day, she had to spend the night so I could continue filming the next day.
Okay.
Because I said I was done. I'm like, mommy, take me home. Like, I don't want to do this thing anymore, man. These people are mean. She's like, it's okay, it's okay. I definitely did have a very interesting foundation, coming up in the industry.
We tried very, very, very hard to find clips. We couldn't find clips. Even the intro, I think you were explaining that there are
So there's two. So the one that I'm in, not for some reason, because I had left the show. Interesting circumstances how I left the show. But I had left the show, so there's another actor who continued playing the character, so he's the one in the montage. If you do find it, you're probably gonna see him in the montage, and not the montage that had me. I really want to see scenes as well, so hopefully somehow we can get something. I'm hoping we can at some point, because I really want to add that to my archive. Tari in the Johnson.
I want to know. Are you people telling me that the wall clock broke itself? It broke itself.
Daddy, are you also trying to say that it is impossible for the clock to fall down itself and break?
Yes! Jennifer, that is what I am saying.
No, Daddy.
It's impossible.
Daddy, no, it's possible.
Yes, that is very possible, especially if the clock is diagonally placed or on a diagonal angle. Charlie? Sir? If you don't behave yourself, Charlie, if you let me give you a diagonal slap, your mouth will be permanently shut diagonally.
Remember that scene? Crazy. For your ransom. Oh my days. Wow. We have over 1,000 episodes of the Johnsons. So yeah, there's a lot of episodes, bro. But yeah, some of the scenes I remember. Sometimes some of the dialogue I remember as well. Yeah, man, we had so much fun on that show. Like, yeah. So in the 13 years the show was running, everybody on the show, cast and crew, spent more time together than we spent with our actual families in real life. When we got on the show initially, I was very skeptical about how that relationship would be between Tari and Ife, because he's a legend. He's a big man, and I'm like, I'm just me. And I remember the very first scene that we shot was the opening scene of the entire show, and we had a bunk bed, so it's supposed to be our morning routine is Tari and Ife wake up. Tari is on the lower bunk, so he stands up and then lifts Ife off the top bunk to the bottom because there's no ladder. And I read that and I'm like, how am I supposed to carry this man? Like, you know, and we get there and he's like, Tari, you understand? We'll just go. Run out. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. And then from then I just like, yeah, I just knew that it was gonna be great. And everybody on the show was amazing. Working with legends, you know, Auntie Ada, Uncle Charles, Bro Chinedu, just amazing. And you learn so much. You pick up so much from, you know, working with them in close quarters on a daily basis. I definitely feel like I'm getting best of both worlds. Not that many people can say they've lived both parts. I'm very, very privileged to be able to say that. And it also puts me in a unique position where I can maybe not even necessarily use the word mentor a lot of other, you know, younger actors, but just be able to share my experiences and hope that it just inspires people to believe that it's possible, and also just see what can happen with consistency,
Right.
and being intentional. Because you never really understand where it's gonna go. Nobody has it figured out, but if you keep applying yourself, you know, every day, just wake up, show up, be ready to learn, be somebody that's fun to work with, ask questions, and really just enjoy it, because Nollywood is stressful. But yeah, if you enjoy it, then yeah, you definitely can make it out here. So yeah, I definitely do. I do feel sometimes I do feel like a young unk. I can't lie, but more often than not, I actually forget my age.
Your papa wait tonight, not be Nigerian invest tonight go. You now see as he break the hot. Eh?
All right, he wanted to go to Yankee. I remember.
Daddy, if you're an even blessing, they have natural brain. Sister Jennifer and I, we don't have it.
Daddy, what did you say? Daddy, what did you say?
Terry's a case. He thinks he's a lot smarter than he is, but more often than not, it's not always the brightest. But that's also just because he doesn't really apply himself a lot. His priorities are just more along the lines of trying to get girls, which is funny because in the entirety of the show, not one time did he actually get a bit. In all his scheming, in all his trying to be fresh, in all his drip and everything, it just wasn't working. And if that was Mr. Bookworm that did not send. If it just they can't super, just yeah, man. But in all, it was an amazing experience. Again, just seeing Auntie Ada now, and it's just like, yeah, man. There's definitely a void. I really wish she was still here to just see how much I've grown and how much I've developed, you know, since that skinny 17-year-old you know, got on the show. Yeah, I'm hoping she's proud. She saw some of the moves. She was super encouraging, always just, you know, telling me to keep my head down, just keep doing what you're doing. It's always encouraging me, you know, helping out with, you know, my characterization, and encouraging me to just continue reading my scripts and just know the totality of the story and just really embody the character as best as I could. And then all the legends did that, really, especially all the three of them, you know.